All right, today we'll be creating a data pipeline and implementing the concept of event based trigger as well as schedule trigger. So let's do this hands on now end to end. All right, I'm in one of my workspace. So let's click on new item. Now, here in the search, we need to type pipeline, and here we go. So, pipelines are basically the backbone of our automation in Fabric. So let's give a name like pipeline event and schedule. I'll click create here. Fabric pipelines acts like a workflow container. So they hold activities, triggers, and monitoring logic. Without a pipeline, there is no way to schedule or react to events. Let's ingest a data. We'll use practice with sample, which is already available in Fabric, or we can also create one pipeline activity. So this is again another thing. So both ways we can achieve it. I'll click on pipeline activity, and then I'll create one copy data activity. Let's click copy data. Now here we have source and destination, and also the name we can define. Anything like copy data can be like demo or something. So let's fill up the mandatory part, that is the star mark, red mark, because without this our pipeline won't run. I'll go to source now. So let's create one source. So we can create a source. I'll click on browse all, and here on the left hand side we can use the, as mentioned, ready-made data available in Fabric, that is sample data. I'll click go ahead with the small file that is in Parquet diabetes. Let's click here, and basically it will show the preview of the table or the data what's present in the diabetes table. So we can also ingest the data using different sources like the Azure storage account and as well. So for this demo, let's create this, and target will be using Lakehouse. So data looks good. It's not malformed. I'll click on OK. Now we need to specify the destination. I'll click on destination. I'll click on connection. I'll go ahead with maybe browse all. I can create one Lakehouse. I'll click on browse all. And here if I click Lakehouse, I can create one Lakehouse as well as from scratch. I'll give a name like pipeline Lakehouse or something. Let me undo it because I have accidentally renamed the workspace. I'll just go back. I'll go to here now, and in the name let's type something like Lakehouse pipeline or something, the Lakehouse name. I'll click on now create and connect. So now if you look, our table name we will enter manually. So for this, let's check it out in Lakehouse what schema is available. Let's verify. I'll duplicate this tab. I'll go to my workspace. I'll open my workspace, and here I have my Lakehouse created with name Lakehouse pipeline. So let's check it out what schema is available, because we got to give a destination table name at the end of the day. So if I go here in the schema, we have the DBO schema, and currently there are no tables if you look. So let's target, we'll use a target location as DBO schema and give one table name. I'll go here, and here if you look, I'll click enter manually, select this. Schema name is DBO, right? And table name, let's give one table name like event demo or something. So we are good now because I have entered all the mandatory things, and it's done. So let me first validate this, and the pipeline has been validated. No errors were found. Looks good. I'll close this. Now let me save it. So the saving got completed. So we'll trigger one manual run. Now you might ask why we are triggering manually, since it's a tutorial about event-based triggers and schedule, which is automation. So we run manually because we need to confirm if everything is working fine, right? Before automation, it's always good to check anything manually. So I'll click on run and check whether the source data is getting populated in the target, that is my lakehouse. So it says pipeline status queued. Let's wait. We can monitor from here as well. Let's wait for the success. All right, our pipeline got succeeded. So that being said, we can now go back to my lake house, because this is the target, right? Where diabetes table should be populated. What I'll do, I'll just refresh the schema, and there we go. We got the target table, right? Event demo we have specified, and it basically contains the sampled diabetes data. So basically, that being said, our valid manual validation is good. Our data got ingested in the target table inside the DBO schema with a table name event demo, right? That's what we have mentioned in the parameters in the destination as well, right? If you go to destination here, DBO event demo looks good. Now our task for manual thing is over. Now let's begin with the automation. How do we do it? Let's get started with event-based triggers now. So if you look here, we have the trigger here. I'll click on add trigger. I'm going ahead with event-based trigger now. And here it will ask us a couple of questions. Let's fill up the mandatory part, that is rule name. Rule name I'll give like event trigger or something, rule. And source, how do we want to monitor? I'll select the source, select source events. Now this is crucial. We can instruct Fabric what events likely possible, so that this pipeline gets triggered. So we can connect this with Azure Blob Storage as well. If someone like creates one blob, something is deleted or renamed, we can customize this, right? So for now, I'll do select the workspace item in the Fabric itself. I'll click workspace item, and here we have the event type. If we see, all 6 are selected. So if anything in Fabric workspace is created, updated, deleted, or deleted fail, anything happens in my Fabric workspace, which is my pipeline workspace, right? Which I have just, which is where we are doing the data pipeline implementation here. So if anything happens, our pipeline will run automatically. So that is the trigger, right? We can select the scope. It's by workspace for now, right? If anything happens, any of this activity happens, if any item is created or deleted, my pipeline will run. So let's go to the next, and I'll click on save. And once we click on save, if you look, the create button is now visible. So let's click on create to apply the automation, and it's basically creating a rule now. Let's wait till the rule gets created. All right, if we look here, the rule successfully created. Now it says running. I'll just duplicate this tab so that I can show you the monitoring aspect of things. And now if we look here, view run history, if I go here, I can see this was the manually triggered by me a few moments back. I'll go here to go to monitor so that we get a better view, and we can refresh it. Currently, remember, we have created the trigger. If I go back here, I click on the edit rule, and if you look here, the events, if anything gets created, successfully created in my workspace, this pipeline will basically run. Let's implement this now. So let me duplicate one more time this. Now I'll go to my workspace. I'll open my pipeline workspace, and here let me create something dummy. I'll click on the new item. I'll go all the way to the bottom, and here we have like health care data solutions. I'll just click on it, and we are basically creating something so that the pipeline gets triggered. So solution deployment, it says, looks good. Now if I go back and check it out, the healthcare solution appears. Now let me quickly go back and refresh this, and there we go. Our pipeline got triggered automatically. If you look, the status not started, and that's how our trigger is working. So looks good. The event based trigger, that is, since we have created one one entry here in our workspace, that is healthcare one, that's why now our pipeline is running. Let's refresh this and wait for some time till the pipeline gets succeeded. All right, there we go. Our pipeline automation got succeeded. Now, that being said, our pipeline is success with event based triggers. Now let's go ahead by scheduling the trigger, and let me show you where we are. So we have triggered the event based trigger. So basically, we can do the trigger based out of anything, if any file arrival, or just like I have created one dummy healthcare item in the Fabric workspace. So that's how our pipeline got triggered automatically. Now let's say I want to schedule a trigger. So schedules, we know, are predictable automation. It's perfect for daily refreshes, batch loads, or recurring data synchronization. So it will ensure consistency without manual intervention. Let's say I want to run this pipeline every day 9 a.m. Right? I don't want someone to sit or wait for the file to get arrived. I want every day to run this pipeline at a specific time. Now, how do we do it? Let's do the schedule trigger now. So I'll go back to my workspace here. I need to select the pipeline. My pipeline name is pipeline event schedule. I'll click on more options here, and I get the option for schedule. Let's click here, and now let me click on add schedule, and I'll repeat on a maybe daily basis a specific time. Let me give some time, like 18:23 or something, as per the clock timing. I have selected this. Now start date and end date I'll mention, and if it runs on a fixed, we can type again fixed, right? This will just run on a fixed schedule, right? So we have the options, and if you want interval based again, so these are the again the different flavors what we have here. Now let's select the time zone. I'll click on save now. So the event got successfully created. I'll go to my Fabric item here and check, and there we go. The pipeline got triggered, right, as per the timing of my date time or the clock time. So even the schedule trigger is now running. So we have tested, this was our event based trigger. Now our schedule trigger is also running on time, what we have mentioned here, that is 6:24 p.m., right? And here if you look at the clock, it's the time. So it's basically started running here, one new entry as well. So you might be confused or like having question why double this 2 times the pipeline is running. The answer is simple. If we go to the back to my Fabric workspace, I'll just close this for a while. And here, if you look, if I refresh this, remember, if anything changes, right? We haven't created anything, but if any changes is there, I'll show you the logic. So any update succeeded, if also it happens, it will trigger the pipeline. So depending upon these event types, this is very crucial because this is where the things we need to tweak or fine tune as per our project requirement. So for this dummy demo, it's good because even we have seen, since we have updated in the our Fabric workspace, our pipeline got triggered, and even at the scheduled time, that is at 6:24, this got triggered. Our pipeline got triggered, right? So that's what it goes. So we have end-to-end implemented data pipeline, seen event-based trigger in action, as well as schedule trigger live, that both are working fine. So thank you so much for watching. Let's meet in our next lecture.